Louisiana is the top producer of shrimp in the United States, a staple seafood for many. However, the shrimping industry faces intense challenges as shrimpers battle rising costs and competition from inexpensive imported farmed shrimp. This situation has created a desperate struggle for survival. For many years, Louisiana shrimpers thrived, but since the 1980s, their operating expenses have skyrocketed. Today, fuel prices alone account for nearly 30% of their daily costs, a figure that has only increased due to inflation. Despite these financial pressures, shrimpers set out to sea each evening, as this is when shrimp venture out from their hiding spots in the sediment to explore the shallower waters. With great care, shrimpers deploy their nets, avoiding contact with the ocean floor to protect the delicate ecosystem. They rely on the currents to carry shrimp into their nets, as these creatures are not particularly strong swimmers. Once the nets are retrieved, the catch is sorted by hand on deck, with unwanted bycatch tossed aside to keep the shrimp fresh. Shrimpers often spend 12 to 16 hours at sea, facing uncertainty about their catch. Even with years of experience, a night's haul can yield little more than catfish. On top of that, playful dolphins sometimes tear holes in their nets to snag a free meal, leaving shrimpers with damaged gear and lost catches. The cost of new nets has more than doubled, and the price of ice has surged from $4 to $26 per block. On average, a successful day might produce around 1,000 pounds of shrimp, depending on the season. The primary species caught include white, brown, and a smaller portion of pink shrimp. Louisiana shrimpers contribute nearly $100 million annually to the U.S. shrimp market, cementing the state's status as the leader in shrimp production. Once harvested, the shrimp are quickly processed. Many families have been involved in shrimp processing for generations, but the number of facilities focusing exclusively on Gulf shrimp has diminished. One processing plant in Louisiana manages up to 30 million pounds of shrimp each year, using both traditional and modern techniques. The first step involves washing and sorting the shrimp by size. They are then placed in machines that split the shells for easy peeling. The shrimp are graded, and those meeting quality standards are packaged. Each shrimp is flash frozen at -40 degrees Fahrenheit to maintain freshness, and they are packed into 5-pound bags, each with a traceability barcode. Traceability has become crucial for consumers and retailers, especially in a market flooded with farmed shrimp from countries like India and Ecuador. Fresh Gulf shrimp typically retail for $7 to $10 per pound, while cheaper imports can be found for under $4. The U.S. consumes over 1.5 billion pounds of shrimp annually, from gourmet restaurant dishes to classic po' boy sandwiches in New Orleans, where approximately 3,000 pounds of shrimp can be consumed weekly. Despite contributing $1.3 billion to the economy, Louisiana's shrimp industry is in crisis, with 96% of shrimp docks having closed. The core issue lies in the competition from imported farmed shrimp. Countries like India, Thailand, and Indonesia now dominate the global market, producing shrimp at a fraction of the cost due to lower labor expenses and government subsidies. Shrimp farming often occurs in overcrowded pens that harm coastal ecosystems. In India, these farms have led to the destruction of vital mangrove habitats, impacting marine life and coastal protection. Furthermore, the lack of proper oversight in these operations has resulted in the use of harmful antibiotics, contributing to the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria that pose serious health risks. In 2023 alone, the U.S. imported 1.7 billion pounds of shrimp, nearly 90% of total consumption. While these imports are 30% cheaper, They pressure domestic shrimpers, who face strict seasonal regulations and quotas, while foreign farms can produce shrimp year-round. At its peak in the 1990s, Louisiana's shrimp industry supported 22,000 jobs. Today, that number is dwindling as boats remain idle and processing facilities shut down. Many shrimpers have poured their life savings into their boats, hoping to pass them on or sell them for retirement, but the influx of cheaper imports has saturated the market. In response, some shrimpers in Louisiana are advocating for stronger regulations and more inspections of imported shrimp to create a fairer playing field. They are pushing for labeling laws requiring restaurants and grocery stores to clearly disclose the origin of their shrimp. Such transparency could empower consumers to support local shrimpers and prioritize their health. Yet, even with new laws, some establishments continue to mislabel imported shrimp as local, taking advantage of lower prices. However, recent fines imposed on restaurants for false labeling show that change might be on the horizon. The Louisiana Health Department has issued thousands of violations for seafood mislabeling, but fines alone won't save the industry. The reality for Louisiana shrimpers is challenging. Many have seen their prices drop by half in recent years, even as their operating costs rise. Dock owners, some of whom have been in business for generations, witness fewer boats arriving to unload their catches. The industry has faced devastation from hurricanes, oil spills, and now an influx of cheap imports. Still, Louisiana shrimpers persevere. They head out to sea for their love of the ocean, their heritage, and the hope that conditions will eventually improve. However, without significant changes, that hope may not suffice.